It is your mans, the mans in the flesh, Boom Keekly, Flammy Watkins, and we back for the first episode. Well, kind of like the revamped first episode of Keep It a Bean, the sports gaming podcast that's here for, I don't know, it's here for the people that don't get reached out to. You know, I always felt like me and my friends always felt like we were in that gray area where, you know, like being, you know, said too black for the white kids, too white for the black kids. And I feel like right here, that medium, this podcast is for y'all, man. Basically, first episode is gonna be, well, all the episodes really, it's gonna be a bunch of gaming, a bunch of sports. Like I said, that medium where people like, oh, bro, you play video games, you weird. Oh, man, you play sports, you're probably a jock. Nah, this here's for everybody. But how y'all doing, man? This is the revamped. This is I guess you could say last time was preseason basically. It's like a little preview. It's pretty much. This is first episode being recorded. This is, what is it today? The 26th. Today's 26th. Let me see. Yep, today's 26th. Hold on, take a sip of my root beer. I don't drink soda that much, but man, root beer is that crack. Anyways, this first episode of the podcast. It's August 26, 2017, 6:07 p.m. Man, we came a long way. I told y'all I was finna pop off and make it happen. And look at me, I made it happen. You feel me? First off, I just want to say, Trump's. I don't like Trump. You shouldn't like him either. But this is gonna be the first episode. I'm excited, man. This is the beginning of history. I'm just here by myself this time. I'm gonna have a lot of guests going on throughout the season and whatnot. But let's get into it, man. As y'all can tell, like I said, it is August 26th. Preseason is coming to an end, and I think the first. Let me see my calendar. I think the first game of the season is next week. Next week, right? Or is it the week after? It's the week after. Yeah. So football is 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, man. Football like a week and a half away. It's preseason. A lot of people hate preseason. A lot of people love preseason. Me, I'm in the middle. I like preseason just because I like seeing the young talent, you know, the unproven people, unproven players trying to prove to, you know, the veterans and the legends on the team that, hey, I could ball. Put me on the squad. Put me on that 53-man roster. You feel me? It's a beautiful thing. I love the preseason. But then again, I also hate the preseason for reasons, you know, Cam Newton injured, Julian Edelman out for the season, Spencer Ware out for the season. There's like a lot of injuries, man, like especially to like players that matter. Spencer Ware had, I think, the most yards from scrimmage on his team. Now he's out for the season, and the person backing him up is a fullback and a rookie. Like that's gonna take away from Kansas City's like offense. Their offense was super potent, super accurate, really conservative. But sometimes conservative is the way to go in the NFL, man. But yeah, I hate preseason just because of that. I feel like your stars should never touch the field in preseason. To be honest, they should never see the field until it matters. Week 1, they get burned in those joint practices, like. When I think Patriots and Jags had a little practice, like they should get burned in. I don't think they should touch the field. They've proven themselves. They already, excuse me, that root beer, cuz. Like I said, they already proven themselves. You feel me? Like they got a contract. They're getting paid. Why should I go out here and play in a game that means nothing to me? Like I said, this should be for the backups, the reserves, the rookies, undrafted free agents. That's who preseason is for. But like I said, it's a love-hate relationship with me and preseason football. Then again, you know, it makes me feel good. Oh, cool, there's football on. It's litty. Football. There's a Tuesday night football game going on. I got nothing else to do. Might as well. It's crazy how preseason football still does numbers too, though. But preseason is definitely, it's like I said, it's a love-hate type. Being a Browns fan, I take all the wins I can. So yes, I'm going to brag about this, but we are undefeated. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Your team has losses in the preseason. Can't relate. I can't relate. Straight up. But another thing I want to touch on in preseason, man, there's been some preseason standouts. A lot of people say these stats don't matter, and they don't. I'm not even gonna lie, they don't matter. But you see potential in a lot of these players, especially young guys. Like Victor Cruz, I remember when he was rocking the number 3 for the Giants, man. He was tearing it up in the preseason. A lot of people were like, oh, who is this kid? What school did he go to? Did he go to? No, he didn't even go to D1. Victor Cruz became a weapon, and then injuries happened, and now he's on the Bears. Sucks. Life sucks. But then again, you got like Cam Newton. When he first came in, preseason was litty for Cam. Everybody thought he was the next big thing. Same thing for Dak. Dak Prescott had a lit-ass preseason. Romo goes down first drive in. I think it's first play. He out for the season. He done. Now look at Dak, face of America's football team. Come on, dog. Hey, preseason, it's a beautiful thing. There's so many storylines popping off. You can't help but love it. Like, you can't help but love it. Oh, let's go. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got an alert. Let's go. Okay. I just got an alert. I got cancel. Yes. I just got Amir Abdullah for Larry Fitzgerald. Let's go. And actually, I'm sorry, I got hella sidetracked just now. We'll get to the fantasy talking a little bit. But yeah, I just got I feel like preseason is definitely the wave. It doesn't matter, but like I said, I'm a Browns fan. I take all the wins I can get. But there has been some stars who have, showed their colors and what they're really capable of in the preseason, and I feel like sometimes it does matter. Your star player goes down, you want to know what the backups can do. You feel good that your backup quarterback can drive down the field 2 or 3 times, score touchdowns on the number 2 defense. It shows he has composure. You like seeing your running back average 4 or 5 yards a carry against the number 1, the ones on the other side of the ball. You like seeing that your third string corner can somewhat hang with the starting receiver on the other team. It just give you that security and that urgency. I got a few standouts, man. These are just my standouts, just something, watching the games and stuff. First off, Christian McCaffrey, bro. This is my guy right here. This is my rookie of the year candidate. Favorite this. Write it down. Christian McCaffrey is going to get rookie of the year. Let me tell you why. So, this is through 2 games? 2 games. He's had 10 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. 3 receptions, 51 yards. Just think about that. My man's... I need y'all to stop saying my man's is small. Christian McCaffrey is not small at all. Bro is like 6 foot, 210, 215. That's not small. Somebody say he 220, 225. I don't know about all that, but he not under 200 pounds. And they keep saying, oh, he's small, he's fast, he's shifty. He's not small. Stop it. My man's got power. But like I said, he has 10 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown. 3 receptions for 51 yards. He's putting up these numbers. Like, these numbers are crazy. And this is just him playing in like a quarter or 2. This is why like the numbers are so low. Like the quantity, but the quality is great. My man's averaging 5 yards a carry. I forgot who they were playing against, but his first 3 touches, it was a first down every time he touched the ball. I think the first one was an 11-yard carry. Then he had a 13-yard carry. And then he bounced like an 18-yard to the crib. 3 receptions. Every time this man touches the ball, it's a first down. And this, I know he's going to get 2s and 3s, but it's still the NFL. These guys are still, some of them might be starters. Like, these guys are still on NFL rosters. And it comforts me to see Cam has somebody he could, let's be real. Cam hasn't had nobody, to help him with the offensive load. Cam has been, the whole offense goes through Cam. And I feel like now Cam is comfortable and he can play his football instead of people zeroing in on him. You feel me? Like Kelvin Benjamin ain't been Kelvin Benjamin since his rookie season. Curtis Samuel's been hurt and he's unproven. He's a rookie. Ted Ginn's out of there. Not like he was any help anyway. Greg Olsen, he's getting up there in age. Jonathan Stewart is not Jonathan Stewart of recent years, but I feel like Christian McCaffrey is gonna take a load off my man's Cam and that makes me happy. Like, if I low-key want Christian McCaffrey, but I'ma chill. I'ma chill for the most part. Next up, we got Kason Williams for the Seattle Seahawks, wide receiver. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's the breakout star, but he is somebody who should make roster, just because he had two receptions for a touchdown and 28 yards last week, and a few special team tackles. I don't know if you guys ever play football, but coaches of all levels, whether it be popcorner to high school to middle school to college to the NFL, sometimes the guy ahead of you on the depth chart is always better than you. Physically, faster, he's always better than you. But if you can make a special teams play, if you can make that team, whether you be designated special teams, get your paper that way. Special teams is not, a lot of people don't realize special teams can determine a win or a loss easily, like facts. So I'm really proud of Kason Williams and the way he's been balling. He made a nice tackle, and this is right after he scored his touchdown. Remind you, he scored his touchdown, which was on a sexy little tiptoe back in the end zone fade from Russell, which was really nice. This dude's a beast, like, and to do and all that celebrating. Not saying the celebrating was bad, but he looked tired, and to go out on kickoff after you just scored a crazy touchdown and make a really, really nice tackle on the 15-yard line on the kickoff team. If he doesn't make roster, me and Pete Carroll gonna have to have a talk straight up. Kason Williams, man, keep an eye out for him for sure. I feel like him and Doug Baldwin and Javon Curse, I feel like Doug Baldwin will, welcome him in, and they can somehow get that wide receiver core popping. That'll be litty. Next up, this is my guy that I called a long time ago. Last year, I said Kenny Golladay better make a roster. I wanted Kenny Golladay to come to Cleveland, and he almost did, but we traded our pick. We traded our third round for Jamie Collins, and the Patriots just gave that up anyway, but it's litty. It's cool. But Kenny Golladay, a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, he's nice. He's been balling in practice, but don't pick him up in your fantasy draft. Shut the hell up. Pick up Kenny Golladay. This dude has 4 receptions through 2 games. Remind you, like I say, he's only playing like a half or a quarter and a half. This dude is averaging 15 yards a reception, 2 touchdowns a game. He is 6'4" and ran a 4.4. I'm not trying to hear this, and I'm gonna go out there on a limb and I'm gonna say it. This dude is Megatron. He may not be as good or better than Megatron, but Megatron is back in Detroit, and his name is Kenny motherfucking Golladay. I pick him up in all my fantasy drafts. Last round, I pick him up every single time. I refuse to let this man not make my roster. I don't know about picking him up any round besides the last one, but if he's available last round, you better go pick him up. If he's on the waiver wire, drop your worst receiver on your wire and pick up Kenny Golladay. Matt Stafford. Only thing about that, I just don't want Matt Stafford to go back to his ways. So I have Calvin. Actually, that makes sense. I have Calvin Johnson. I can just throw the ball up and just pray. Matt Stafford played really good last season without his best weapon, and that made me happy. I just hope, he doesn't go back to his old ways just because he has Kenny Golladay, the little jump balls. But Megatron is definitely back. Megatron Jr., I guess we can call him that. But that definitely makes me happy. Next up, we got James Conner, Pittsburgh running back. I wouldn't really say he's a standout, but like I said, his story is amazing. He's I think leukemia or cancer survivor. I mean, he went through it all, came back his senior year, balled out. A lot of people say he shouldn't even been back on the field. Now this man's on an NFL roster, got drafted. It's not like he went undrafted, but he got drafted by the team that he practiced with, like Ben Roethlisberger. Talked to him. Now he's getting handoffs from him. He's in the same facility he did rehab at in Pittsburgh, which is pretty lit. He went to Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. Now he's playing on the NFL team there. That's tight. That's tight as hell. But like I said, 20 carries, 98 yards, his preseason debut. That shows he can be a workhorse. That shows that, he's very proficient. That's damn near 5 yards a carry. I'll take that any day. One thing that really concerns me about him, though, a lot of drop passes this preseason. I don't know what it is, because he's really, really, really good with his hands. This dude can catch. He can receive. He did it all at Pittsburgh. The combine, he was catching like a receiver. Some people told him to play tight end. You know, he's a big dude, but I don't know. I think I've seen like 3 drops from him since preseason. Like I don't know if it's, not pregame jitters, but preseason jitters. Like you're nervous, you're a rookie, you're just getting this out. Like Melvin Gordon had to go through that stage. And I feel like Melvin Gordon, sat and really took his time and watched game film and really just saw how fast the game was and adjusted to it. I feel like James Conner, if Le'Veon Bell ever goes down, Pittsburgh is fine. I'm not saying they're getting Le'Veon Bell numbers, but they have a solid running back in James Conner, and I feel like they're straight. But yeah, that's my preseason standouts. Oh, last but not least, I'm never gonna leave my man's out. Kenny Olugbodi, 7 tackles through 3 games, bro. San Jose legend, we out here. Shout out to all my San Jose ninjas in the league right now. Shane Smith, fullback for the Giants, played against you. Y'all beat Oak Grove. It was luck, but I'll give you that one. Shout out Kenny like I said, Olugbodi. All his brothers that went D1. He went D1. University of Colorado, same college as my man's Cheeto. Cheeto, what's up with you, pimp? Yeah. Shout out to my man's. Like I said, 7 tackles through 3 games, and he's on my Browns, so that makes me even more happy. It makes me even more happy. Finna cop that jersey next paycheck for sure. You already know. But yeah, Kenny Olugbodi, little honorable mention. How'd I give my man's a shout out? Speaking of the Browns, I want to toss y'all for a little bit. I don't know about y'all. I know about NFL analysts. I know what I think. I know what my friends think about this. I know what a lot of people think about this. But one thing that I gotta say, why in the hell is Hugh Jackson considering starting Brock Osweiler, who wasn't even supposed to be on a roster by now, to be the starting quarterback for us? Like, my man is really, like, just thinking about, like, this dude might be our week 1 starter makes me angry as hell. Like, I got numbers and the numbers don't add up. Brock Osweiler ain't did shit this preseason. And I don't know how they expect Okay, Cleveland needs to get back to winning. Whether it's 5 games, 6 games, 10 games, I don't care. We just need to get back to winning. We need to win a few games. Seattle Seahawks went through that stage. Pete Carroll came in, made playoffs at 7-9. Cool. Raiders had their slump. Jack Del Rio, they went undefeated in their division. Finished with a little 8-8, or was it 7-9? It was one of those. But now look at them. They prospering. Seattle prospering. Cleveland, we just need to start winning first. I'm not saying we got to make Super Bowl next year or playoffs or whatever. I'd like to, but we need to get back to a winning culture, dog. And the fact that Brock Osweiler is projected starter, it doesn't make sense to me, like, at all. The numbers here, like I said, I know it's just preseason, but listen to me. Okay, just listen to these numbers. Whether it's preseason or not, you would know who you want at your starting quarterback. All right, Deshaun Kaiser, 61% completion percentage, right? Guess what Brock Osweiler's is? 54.5. Remind you, this is a veteran quarterback who's been on playoff teams, who's started games. Okay. Deshaun Kaiser, 258 passing yards through 2 games. Guess how much Brock Osweiler has? 67. Deshaun Kaiser, through 2 games, has 2 touchdowns. Should have been 3, but they said he was down on the 1. I ain't trying to hear that. It's 3, but as far as stats go, it's 2. Guess how much Brock Osweiler got? 0. How did you not get in the end zone? Yeah, Deshaun Kaiser is playing against these 2s and these 3s, but these 2s and these 3s are just as good to play 1s. The fact that you can't even get on the other side of the field, like you can't even get in the red zone, dog. You're not bringing nothing to the table that the Cleveland Browns ain't already experienced before. And the fact that you're still on the roster because nobody wants you with that expensive ass contract. Houston was bugging when they picked you up first off. I thought he was going to ball out in Houston, to be real. I was wrong. And I'll let y'all know, I do admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong about Brock Osweiler going to Houston. I thought he was going to ball out. I was wrong. I guess, you know what? Brock Osweiler can only play when he's with the top 5 defense. That Super Bowl run when Peyton got hurt and he took over, he was only winning games because look at that defense. That DeMarcus Ware, Von Miller, T.J. Ward, Chris Harris Jr., Akeem Talib, Roby. Like, come on, man. Houston, J.J. Watt, Jadavion, A.J. Bouye, Whitney Merciless. But now he in Cleveland. I'm not saying our defense is trash. I actually think our defense is better than our offense this year. Kinda, low key, not really. But still, bro, you're not scoring touchdowns. The only thing that Deshaun does that I don't like, he doesn't know when to throw the ball away or when to slide, and you know that tends to get you hurt in the league a lot more often. But Deshaun Kaiser's been sacked 5 times to Brock's 0. You know, Brock does throw the ball away. That's good. But this is when I'm going to drop the mic. Deshaun Kaiser's quarterback rating through 2 preseason games is 98.6. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it a lot. Guess what Brock says? 41.3. 41.3. We should have kept Brian Hoyer, Josh McCown, if that's what we finna start. Week 1, that's what we finna rock with through preseason. He has lost 1 fumble, no touchdowns, hasn't even hit 100 yards through 2 games. Deshaun damn near hit 300 yards, 54% completion percentage, 41.3 quarterback rating. That's what we putting in week 1. Cleveland deserves wins. We deserve wins. We've been here. We've been loyal since day 1. Cleveland deserved Deshaun. We missed that on Carson Wentz last year. And I honestly feel like this is a draft redo of that horrible draft we had last season. We didn't get Carson Wentz. We traded back. We didn't get nothing brazy. But, bro, you cannot tell me we did not make up for last season's horrible draft for this one. Myles Garrett. And, oh, don't get me started on Myles Garrett. Mine just been balling. I'm really excited. If he's out here eating up, Joe Thomas in practice, one of the best left tackles in the game, I can only imagine what he's finna do against some of these mid-tier bums. Pittsburgh not ready for him. Andre Whitworth might be. They got a nice little left tackle out there in Cincy. But honestly, I feel like this draft redo is amazing. We got Jabril Peppers. That right there says it all. Now, one thing, David Njoku, we shouldn't have got him. We shouldn't have got him at all. I'm actually happy with Seth the Valve. I'm happy with him starting at tight end instead of David, to be honest. Yeah, he's more athletic and he's young and he's fast. He's a big body, but bro can't catch. He's been having horrible practices, and that rubs me the wrong way. But Cleveland, bro, we deserve these wins, man. We deserve these wins. The Indians that went to the series, they ain't win it. They went. Braun brought one back to the city. Cleveland, this is for you. Braun brought us one. It's our turn now, and the fact that Brock Osweiler is going to be the first quarterback we use this season is sickening to me. It makes me sick to my stomach because it's exactly what happened to Johnny Manziel. Had a better preseason than Josh McCown, but Josh McCown was the vet. Put him in, he ain't do nothing. Put Johnny in, we win like 2-3 games. You gotta let these young cats ball, man. Oh man, I was really happy with Hugh Jackson coming in, but after his little national anthem remarks and what he's doing as far as quarterbacking, and he's the quarterback whisperer. I don't know what the hell he's doing now, man. I'm really worried. Like, I don't know what the hell is going to pop off this season, but I guess that's what we just gonna have to wait and see. I'm sorry, y'all. I got low-key heated just now, but that's That's puzzling to me. Well, in other news, NBA players, it's NBA offseason. I feel like this season a lot of NBA players have been meeting up, flying out to go see each other, playing rec games. It's like real life 2K out there. Like people really pulling up to people's warehouses and courts and just balling out with randoms. Big story as far as offseason playing is Hoodie Melo, the man, the myth, the legend. Who do you know that plays basketball with a hoodie on? Not just a hoodie on, but with the hood on. I've been watching these videos of Hoodie Melo. This is a scary ass dude. This dude looks like young Melo times 10. And he looked like a Sith Lord. Like one of those Star Wars villains that don't really have lines. They just stand there and look scary. That's what Hoodie Melo looked like. Like when players ball and they get an N1, they either scream N1 or they yell, ah. These videos I'm watching, he ain't saying nothing. He balling. He hitting them with the chicken biscuit, dipping in syrup shams, and with the step backs. Money. This Hoodie Melo looks crazy. This Hoodie Melo looks like what Melo should have been. What Melo could have been on another team besides the Knicks. You feel me? This Hoodie Melo looks something crazy. So this segment, I was thinking, a lot of people were talking about other alternative NBA players. Here's my starting 5 and my 6 man as far as alternative NBA players. At point guard, I got strapped up Arenas. Gilbert Arenas, aka Hibachi. I got my man's starting at point guard. I chose this alternative NBA player just because wasn't nobody touching Gilbert Arenas when he was in the game. Nobody. That's the go-to guy. That's the clutch. If you can get it within 2 points with less than 30 seconds left, he got you. So I got strapped up Gilbert Arenas. At my 2, I got Band-Aid Wade. Dwayne Wade, when he had a little flash, stickers under his eye. He had the Nelly thing popping off for a little bit. Yeah, I think he had like a cut there or something. But Band-Aid Wade was unstoppable. And they told him stop wearing it. Just something stupid. David Stern was bugging, bro. But Band-Aid Wade, I got at my 2. At the 3, of course, Hoodie Melo. Like, Hoodie Melo, listen, I need y'all to listen to me. Go to Twitter, type in Hoodie Melo, look at all those videos. You can't tell me this dude don't look scary. If we can redraft right now, like do a fantasy basketball draft, I'm picking Hoodie Melo. Not Carmelo, but Hoodie Melo. Hoodie Melo averaging 50 points a game. Hoodie Melo ain't got no rebounds, no assists, but he 10 for 10 from 3, averaging 50 a game. Hoodie Melo got his wife back. Who you know could cheat, get his wife back, and drop 50 points all in the same week? Hoodie Melo. Come on, fam. You can't touch Hoodie Melo. And also at the 4, I wouldn't say it's small ball, but we could say it's small ball. At the 4, recently I've been on Twitter as well. Follow me at FlammyMarciano. This dude has been smiling, man. This is the best defensive player in the league, especially perimeter defensive player. Kawhi Leonard. But not only am I rocking with Kawhi, I'm rocking with smiling Kawhi. Kawhi has no emotions. My man's with the China and he ain't stopped smiling yet. I ain't never seen him smile before in my life. I'm looking at pictures. This dude is cheesing his ass off. I saw Kawhi win a championship. I saw Kawhi block Bron. I saw Kawhi hit game winners. He ain't smiled, but he go to China and smile. I'm going with smiling Kawhi at the 4. This is my alternative NBA lineup. At the center, this one was tough. There were a lot of choices I could have went with. I could have went with Mixtape Shaq. Mixtape Shaq was lit. Can't even sham. I could have went with Tatted Birdman or Mohawk Birdman. Sorry, but I decided to go with Afro Ben Wallace, man. Cornrow Ben Wallace was tight, but this is back when ESPN and 2K had a relationship. When that game came out and Tracy Morgan was on the commercial, once you pick the Pistons, If you wasn't throwing it in opposed to Afro Wallace, what are you really playing basketball? When Ben Wallace came to the game with his cornrows taken out and the Afro on, I'm sorry, but my man's was balling. So that's what I'm going with at the 5. Excuse me. 6 man though, I'm going head tap Marbury. Now, kids, I know there's a lot of y'all young cats that listen to me or just follow me on Twitter. Go look at Stephon Marbury highlights. But look at head tap Marbury. That is branding at its finest. That is the best branding move I have seen in the NBA. How you get your logo tatted on your head, bro? Nobody's touching head tap Marbury thus far. I'm sorry, but that's my starting lineup. Our record, I say we hovering around 68-14. We might go 60-22, but we winning 60 games for sure. That's Flammy's alternative NBA players. Tweet me your alternative NBA player lineup. Top 5, top 6, whatever. Get your 6 man popping. Comment down below if you're on YouTube. Tweet me if you listen to this on SoundCloud. Whatever. Just I want to hear y'all top 5 alternative NBA players and your 6 man. Let me know, and I'll give you guys a grade. I'll let you know how many games y'all winning. But yeah, I say we win 60 games if Gilbert Arenas don't get caught with the banger. If he don't pull out the Draco for they hop on the bus, then we should be straight for surely. A lot of NBA off season's been crazy this season too. But you know, if it's NBA off season and it's getting crazy, and it's NFL preseason, you know what? If you're a gamer, you know what else is popping off? That Madden, bro. It's Madden season. It's Madden season for surely. We back in this thing, man. Madden 18 dropped 22nd if you pre-ordered for PS4. You had early access if you have Xbox the week before. I think the 18th. But it dropped on the 25th officially for everyone. This is also... excuse me. This is also the first Madden that will not be released on last-gen consoles. PlayStation 3, 360. I'm sorry, but I guess EA has, you got to grow. You got to branch out. You got to cut off the old. Like, what Madden look like if they still making Maddens for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, right? They'd be crazy. You tripping, just straight up. But it's Madden season. I had a chance to play it in LA. Shout out to Rex for having the kid out there. Actually, my first game was against Rex. Rex, you want your rematch? Come holla at me. I skunked you, bro. Yeah, I skunked you, and I'm nicer now. My users is nicer now. You messed up when you put competitive gameplay in there. When you put that in there as a style, you said, Flam, I want that work. But Rex, if you've been practicing, come holla at me, dog. Straight up. And get your rematch. But yeah, when I was in LA, I had a chance to play EA Play. I liked the game a lot. The running was a little blocky, but it feels a lot better now. They updated it. The blocking is a little bit better on tosses. I just wish I think I need faster linemen as far as the tosses and stuff like that. But this is basically a little Madden review I'm giving y'all. But in EA Play, they improved on a lot of things. A lot of things didn't improve. I really feel like warping is kind of stronger this year. I feel like warping is at an all-time high. I'm not sure how I feel about it. There was one game, I know I had LeGarrette Blount, but still, bro dived, missed me, his chest hit the ground, but he warped back up and warped to my feet and made me, tackle me. I was guaranteed tug. I was 30 yards out. That's guaranteed touchdown, but that shit happened. I ain't gonna lie. you know how when something happens, you play the game, you say something you're not supposed to. I said something really bad, and it just shows how warping needs to be taken out of the game, man. Just straight up. That's ridiculous that it's still in there. That's one thing I felt like should have been out from the gate. They fixed receiver warping. They fixed that a lot. They fixed screen passes. They fixed wide receiver screens work a lot better. Run after the catch steering works way better, so that's good. As far as MUT, the pack openings, I'm gonna give the pack openings an 8. Pack openings are tight this year. They don't have like the crazy elite animation when you pull it. Last year they had like fire and flames. It looked like a Led Zeppelin concert. Like, it was lit. It was tight. It was cool when you put it in elite. This year it just turns red. Like, yeah, it has a little flash, little animation, but I kind of miss the flames. And I'm not taking points off of it for that, but I'm just saying. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. I like how they made the cards not worse, but they made the cards less impactful this year. So, like, you're getting 80 elites, you're getting 81 overall elites, 82 overall elites, 76 golds, 77 golds, and all that. And I like that. That's a lot. Just so when it, Madden doesn't get too old too fast, you don't get too good players too early. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was done with MUT about 2 months into it when they dropped the 90 something. They dropped like a 97, 98 card with Kim that far into it, and it's like, okay, but it plays just as well as, the card last week that y'all came out with. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be heavy on MUT a lot more this year. That gets me real excited. But yeah, I like how they made the cards less OP early, so it gives them room. So by the end of the year, when they release golden tickets and goats and legends and 99s, they're gonna impact the game actually. So that's tight. That's shout out to EA for that. That was very smart. It still feels good to pull a red. It still feels real good. That red, man, there's something about it. There's a lot of reds. Even if you open it and it's an 80 overall, but it is red, you still hype for it. You still excited. That's tight. Why I made the pack openings at 8, not a 9 or a 10. This, I just circled it on my notebook. I want y'all to really listen to what I'm about to say and imagine me circling this on my notepad. Colin Kaepernick is a 67 silver. Matt Schaub is a 70 gold. Let that sit in. Colin Kaepernick is a 67 and Matt Schaub is a 70 gold. I'm just saying that's a topic for another time. Anyways, like I said, gameplay. I'll give gameplay a 7. I will give gameplay a 7, just because those warps are too damn strong. Running is a lot better, but the pass lead thing with the L2 or left trigger, whatever console you're on, I feel like that's dumb. I ain't used that yet. I don't know anybody who uses it really, unless you're playing long shot, but that's about it, or the gauntlet. The solos are tight. Solos are challenging. They're not impossible, but they're very challenging, and I like them. Kicking is a lot more challenging, but in a good way. Like, just like the NFL had problems with PATs being too predictable and being too makeable, and they moved it back. In Madden, you can't just go full power. There's a line at the top. So if you go past the line and give too much power, your kick isn't going to be as controlled. If you go too early, you're not going to have enough power. But if you hit the line, that's the sweet spot. That's the money spot. Accuracy does mean a lot. But if you can, hit that little perfect line, you get penalized less for your accuracy. So that was tight. I really like that. That was cool. The presentation's cool. The little camera shots. They actually use pylon cams this year, but I feel like the presentation is still the same. Just as like the post-game menu, the main menu, scoreboard, everything looks the same for the most part. What does it say? Oh yeah, corners are still OP. Corner routes, post-corner routes are still OP. I put up cloud flats every single time. I put up purples. They not purpley. I put corners, I double team corners, and they somehow still beat them. Especially when I know they're running that. I will use that route every time, and for some reason it still works. You gotta take those corners out. Not take corners out, but man, this shit's brazy. Maybe I need another higher awareness player. I don't know. But HB wheel still OP. That doesn't make any sense. People still spamming it. Run after catch does work. Like I said, I'm happy they fixed that. run after catch steering is official, and it's tight. The one thing I do want to congratulate Madden on is the graphics. The graphics are sick. Graphics are tight. The sweat looks sweaty. The dreads look like dreads. They don't look like freaking satin strips hanging out of people's helmets. Jay Ajayi actually looks like Jay Ajayi in this game. Even the rookies, Jabril Peppers looks like Jabril Peppers. The crowd still looks the same, but it's hard to make an individual crowd member for each game. Coaches, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the coaches are cockeyed this year. I don't know why, but I feel like the coaches they got a lazy eye. But other than that, the graphics are tight. I give the graphics a 9. So let's see. Let's go ahead and add this up. See what the average is. So 8 plus 7 plus 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 8 plus 21. Overall, Madden gets an 8 from me. I give Madden an 8. If you want, I will do a weekly review just to make sure that it stays the same. Because you know what Madden tends to do. Madden tends to be lit at the very beginning when it first dropped, but afterwards, people start hating it again. They start fixing stuff that don't need to be fixed and ignoring the stuff that does need to be fixed. But I talked to Rex at EA Play. I feel like he's really trying his best, but he can only do so much, and it's not easy making a video game, so you got to put that into perspective as well. But yeah, overall give Madden an 8. Will I say it's the best Madden ever? No. A lot of people have been saying that. Game Informer, relax. Y'all don't even appreciate sports games, so chill out. Shout out my man Dion for being in the new NBA Live NBA Live. I'm gonna say NBA Live 2K18. NBA Live 18 boss in the demo. If you don't got that, go cop that. Play against my man Dion. Make a big move. My boy Trizzy just had his season finale for his podcast. Make sure you go follow him. Blunt Conversation. You guys might peep a collab in the future. We'll see. New season starts, I think, September 9th. Keep an eye out for that. We'll be recorded live from LA, so that'll be lit. Let me know who you guys want as special guests on the show. They could be gamers, they could be sports fans like me, they could be athletes, they could be coaches, blah, 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 whatever. If you want to be a guest, let me know. I'll see if we can hook something up. Yeah, but we out of here. Before we go, this is a segment I did on the last episode. So every at the end of every episode, we will have a green bean, which is the person I would like to congratulate for the week, just as far as their accomplishments or whatever they did. This is basically the good person, or the person who did something really tight for the community. Not just community, but just in general, really somebody who balls out, player of the week or something like that. Basically what this is. This is the game ball. This is the green bean. I'm going to shout out LeVar Ball and Jay-Z. It's tight to see Jay-Z see that a dad is supporting his son, and to support the movement, a Big Baller brand, bro. I'm going to cop me a Big Baller brand hoodie or some slides or something, and I'm finna rock that hook because I like what LeVar is doing. He said, fluff Nike, I'm going to do it my own. He trying to get that $1 billion check, and I say, y'all should pay that man as much as you need to. And he not saying fluff Nike, he just saying, oh, y'all, yeah, all right, bet, I'll do it myself. Watch out for Big Baller brand, man, especially when Jay-Z backing you, and Jay-Z, one of the greatest rap businessman of all time. I say he's better than Diddy. Just because he can drop music and it's still credible and it still has an impact to it. But LeVar and Jay-Z, I like how y'all linking up, man. That's tight. Keep going. So those are my 2 green beans of the day. And this is the roasted bean. This is the person who's been a bum, a knock, a clown, embarrassing themselves, said something or did something stupid, either lost their team the game. Like I said, this is the opposite of what I just said about the green beans, basically. But the roasted bean of the day, if I could, I would every single week give it to Donald Trump. But I'm going to give it to Boston Celtics fans. You guys are stupid. I hope you guys really sit and ponder what you guys are talking about when you guys burnt Isaiah Thomas's jersey. This pisses me off because this dude lost his sister in the same exact day. Anybody else wouldn't have even went into work. Everybody would have stayed in their bed and cried their eyes out. Isaiah Thomas lost his sister, came out the next day, dropped a 30 piece after he lost his sister. Couldn't even stand. He was crying on the sidelines during halftime. And y'all gonna burn this man's jersey. And what makes it even worse is that he got traded. It's not like he had the choice to stay or not. He got traded. So whoever burnt that Isaiah Thomas jersey, if I see you or find out who you are, if I see you in traffic, I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind, straight up. So yeah, if y'all out there disrespecting Isaiah Thomas, y'all out there disrespecting people with heart, y'all out there disrespecting people who push through adversity. So especially when they get traded, it's a business, and he had no part in that. So whoever did that, fleek yourself. Anyways, I got heated. I need my asthma pump. I need my inhaler. But yeah, we we out of here, man. It's your boy Flam Guy signing off. This is the first episode of the Keep It a Bean podcast, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see where this is gonna go. Before we go, my fantasy team, I do want to let y'all know what just happened. So I don't know when it was, but I think it was during the preseason segment. But I basically I had a trade just happen. So I traded. Oh, wait. It's not showing up. Trade proposals. Oh, I traded T.Y. Hilton, or I traded Larry Fitzgerald for Amir Abdullah, and this dude gave it to me. Shout out Problem, by the way. This is in his fantasy draft. I now have Jameis Winston, Isaiah Crowell, Joe Mixon, Mike Evans, T.Y. Hilton, Tyler Eifert, and Amir Abdullah. I needed running backs, that's why. I don't know why I just didn't pick running backs, but I got Kenny Golladay on here, though. Believe that. But yeah, this your boy Flam Guy signing off, man. Thanks for pulling up. I appreciate all the love and support, man. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think. Share this to a friend. Tell a friend. Make sure all the future podcasts, if you're doing homework, if you're studying, make sure, just play this in the background. Let me get a few plays in. If you're on SoundCloud, repost if you want. Like if you want. Comment on there if you want. Let me know what I need to improve on. Let me know what you like about it. Let me know what you don't like about it. But yeah, we out of here, man. It's your boy Flam Guy signing off. Make sure you follow me on all social media. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube.com/FlamGawdGaming. SoundCloud.com/FlammyMarciano. Twitter.com/FlammyMarciano. Instagram.com/FlammyMarciano. Keep It a Bean podcast website coming up soon. Keep It a Bean podcast also has an Instagram. Make sure you go follow that at Keep It a Bean podcast. That's it. Keep It a Bean podcast. Go follow that. Tell your friends to follow. We'll be posting just weekly updates about NFL news, gaming news, NBA news, just things that I care about, things that I hope you guys care about. And if you don't, it's litty. But yeah, we out here, man. Keep it safe. School's about to start. Y'all get in them books, hit them books, get your education. So you can be balling out, sitting on M's like Young Thug. But yeah, y'all be safe. I love y'all. Hope y'all love me too. Deuces.